So now, yeah, the music's gonna be picking up. It's gonna be simmering down like right about now. All right, welcome everyone to episode 4 of the Lunch Hour podcast. Right now, I'm the host, Chris Rayner, and today, since it's just me, I brought 2 guests along. We got the first person on the podcast to ever like dudes, Will Whitaker.
My full name?
Yes. And the first
Dogs.
woman in the Lunchpail Kids history to be in any of our videos or podcasts, Gwen Newston.
You tried.
Houston.
Good try.
Welcome.
Just go
Welcome.
with that. Hey.
Yeah.
Man walks into a bar. Ow. Shit, that hurt.
Hey, Will, you broke the rule. No shit post humor.
No
shit
shit
post
No.
humor.
Damn it.
I'm keeping that in. Ow. Okay. So I guess to break the ice down, how about I'll ask some questions. We can talk about them a little bit.
Let's talk about the new Krangbin album. The new
Shut the
Krangbin
fuck
album.
up.
Let's
Shut up.
listen to the
Shut
new
up.
Krangbin album, bro.
So if you could have lunch with one person, alive or dead, who would it be and why? What would you talk about?
You know.
Good answer. All right.
All right.
Okay, I need time to think. Like, I'm
Okay.
trying to think. Because I think
Here.
I'm between 2 people.
I know what mine is. Should I go first?
Yeah,
I'll
go
go
ahead.
first.
All right, we'll go first.
Your dad, lol.
Okay, why?
I can take a photo with him and post on my Instagram and then tag you and then be like, haha, lol.
Lol, just had lunch with your dad.
How do you feel, bitch?
Shit lips. That's a great answer.
Yeah, I know.
Mine, it'd be Cara Delevingne, because she's very pretty.
Wow.
She's an actress. She's
Yeah.
pretty.
She's the eyebrow girl, right?
Yeah.
Eyebrows be like overrated.
No.
Will, you sound like a band kid. Like those memes of like the kid at the band kid memes. That's what you sound like.
He walks in. Can I get a big chungus or whatever the fuck it is?
That's
a
exactly
big
what
chungus burger.
Oh, you guys don't have that? Let me get a number 15.
Shut up. Gwen, what's yours?
Okay, I'm gonna go like, I don't know, this one's kind of sad, but I guess I'd say my grandpa, because like he passed away when I was younger. And I feel like it'd just be cool to like catch up with him, you know?
I mean, not to bash on me or Will, specifically Will. That's a genuine answer. That's a genuine like good answer. Because that would mean something.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know, I just think it'd be cool because, like, you know, you kind of become a different person as you age, and it'd be, I don't know, I think it'd be cool for, like, him to, like, meet me now. I don't know.
I agree.
I feel like the ultimate, like, parenting is, like, a slow gratification, and then, like, they go off to college, or they hit, like, a certain thing and do something mature, and you realize that, like, you spent, it's like that, you've put 18 years of investment into a person, and, like, all of a sudden it hits you. It's like, they're now an adult. My job is basically done.
We did it, Reddit.
The person I've created.
r/Roosh. Look at this 18-year-old thing I made. PogChamp.
This 18-year-old. Fuck.
All right, another question. What is the first thing you notice about a person if you meet them or just see them?
I guess for me, I always try to look at people's eyes first. Like, I don't know why I do that. Like, this is gonna sound cheesy as fuck. Oh, wait, can I swear?
We've been swearing the whole time. Just don't say anything racist.
Okay.
Bees.
Okay, this is gonna sound cheesy, but like, like the whole like the eyes are the gateway to the soul. Like people talk a lot with their eyes. Like if they don't like talk with their face, like their mouth, like you can
You're
see what
right.
they're thinking through their eyes. So I
Well,
always look at people's eyes.
are you saying specifically body language, as in just like you can really just figure out a lot about their body language just from their facial expressions or where they're looking, how they're looking?
Well, it's like people are wearing masks now. Like you can't really see their smiles or like their mouth. But like
Hmm.
if you can look at their eyes and see like based on their eyes if they're smiling or not.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? That's why I always look at
Yeah.
people's eyes. Like I have a hard time like keeping eye contact sometimes, but like
Hmm.
I feel like looking at people's eyes you can really tell what they're actually like thinking and their actual reaction is.
And with eye contact too, like when you're in a conversation, like you should keep eye contact, but like that can seem socially weird, but like that's kind of like well, obviously don't like keep
It's what's
staring at
expected
them,
of you.
but
Yeah,
like
don't like stare them down.
that's like the polite thing to do, making eye contact when talking. And
Yeah.
yeah, and it also kind of shows, it shows if you're keeping eye contact, that shows even if you aren't yourself like shy, like trying to be shy in that situation, like you're showing yourself as outgoing and like not assertive, but like you're making eye
Yeah.
contact. You're not like looking away and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like what I should do if like I feel weird about keeping eye contact for some weird reason, like I read this somewhere and it helps a lot. Like you just like look at like their eyebrows or like their forehead and it still looks like you're like looking at, their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll
As
do
long,
that sometimes if I'm
as
like
long as
not
you're
that comfortable.
if you're just looking somewhere at their face, not deep, just straight into their eyes, like kind of glance around at their forehead, maybe their mouth or some shit, their nose.
Yeah.
Nostrils.
Yeah.
This is so funny though, because like I was literally just talking about this question to someone the other day, and they
Damn.
said teeth.
Really?
Yeah, because she's like, they have like nasty teeth. Like, I don't know.
Oh, well, that makes sense then, because that's kind of like like you're socially like conscious of your like physical appearance, and you like that, yeah. Then you
Yeah.
like subconsciously recognize that in others, kind of like jealousy or just like to like see how they compare to you. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
For me, I'd say it's different. I'm not looking at like a specific. I don't know. This sounds stupid. I'm looking for like an end to conversation to get them to drop their guard. When I meet people for the first time,
But no, what's
I want to
but
like I want to like
So
get them to talk to me. So I'm like looking for an in or like they're
so
doing
you're
something. I'll
figuring
make a
out.
shitty joke to like get in to talk to them, and then they'll lower their guard, and we can actually have a fun conversation. Like I'm very friendly. I want to like be friends with you right away if we're in a
No,
if
you're
we're in
kind
a
of an
room with someone.
asshole. You're kind of an asshole.
But I don't know that it's kind of like you look at a person and even if they're reserved or you don't talk to them very much, like you're like here's something we got in common. There's something you're doing. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna make my joke. I'm gonna lower your guard. We're gonna have a conversation, and then we can start talking, and like go from there. It, I don't know.
so
Because
like
like I
basically,
don't have a thing I look for first. It's just like
Yeah,
let's start talking.
and also
I
yeah,
mean,
I doubt too. Like I doubt every time Gwen meets a new person or sees someone, she's like, "Oh, time
Gotta
to stare at
look
their
in the
face and stare
eyes.
at their eyes." Yeah, it's all
no.
subconscious,
Yeah.
unless you make it not subconscious. But
Yeah. No, I
Lord.
no, it's more subconscious, honestly. I
yeah,
mean, with Will, for years, I feel like like you could sum that up and just say like the first thing you notice is like what they say, kind of deal, because you like
Well,
listen to them.
it's not
Cause
about listening to them because like a lot of the people I tend to approach, I approach people who some people say aren't approachable,
yeah, like me.
like you or Luke, or like on first glance, these aren't people that like I'm not the type
yep.
of person.
First glance, they're not people.
Yeah, they aren't people. Um, I approached the robots and I tried to talk to them and make it so that they don't beat me into a fucking pulp with their big arms.
Wow.
That's how it
I guess mine's gonna be kind of shocking or way different from yours. Mine, anytime I see this adds to meeting them, but also just seeing them. If I'm just watching them, it is how the person physically carries themselves, how they talk, and what they're wearing. Because all of
Okay.
that, you can have a complete read on what type of person they are.
Explain the
For
physically caring, like how they
physically
carry.
carrying, say they maybe they maybe they're slouched, maybe they're posing, maybe they're standing still and like posing at a weird angle, or they have their hands in certain spots in their pockets, maybe they're out, or maybe like all just like what was I saying
So
like body language, all just body language of how like how they're feeling in a certain situation, or maybe that's how they are all the time, or just that situation of like meeting them or something.
so I guess as a follow-up question, if you walk into a room, you see me and Gwen, you've never met either of us before, like how would you describe how both of us carry ourselves? Because that's always the thing I'm curious about. Like I don't
Well,
really care how I carry myself, but I want to know how other people perceive it because I'm
it's
curious.
less of obviously I need to know you and see you longer to see like, oh, he often does this, but I'm saying like if I walk in a room and Will is standing in the corner and he's got like his leg up on the wall or some shit like that, it's more of just like at that current time, what's their body language?
Okay.
Yeah, do you like remember like your first impressions of us? Like,
No. Well, my first
no?
impressions of Will, I knew Will for months, and all I knew him was just a voice on the PlayStation. And then Gwen, I really have no idea. Actually, wait, the first time we like, oh, I actually remember this. I remember this. I remember this. Well, I've definitely have seen you in the hallways beforehand, but I think this was last year when we were at Fernanda's birthday party
Oh yeah, yeah.
and we were playing the funny bottle game, right?
Funny bottle game.
Yeah,
One where it spins.
yeah,
We played that? I don't even
yeah.
remember
You were
that.
in, yeah, you were down there.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
you
ketchup bottle?
that was something. You were down there because we never talked or had anything with the bottle, so it was just like the first impressions of you were just it was mainly how you dressed. It was just like, holy shit, dude, she just looks like a fucking badass.
Really? What did I even wear?
Yeah,
I don't even
It was
remember.
probably a
probably
leather jacket.
yeah, probably that combat boots and probably like
I
mm,
probably wore jeans
your
and
camo
shit too.
pants, maybe your jeans.
Dude, I wore those camo pants were comfy as hell. That's why I wore them all the time. They were so comfortable. But then everyone started saying like, "Oh yeah, the girl with the camo pants." So then I had to stop wearing those. I was like, I don't want to be recognized by the camo.
Huh. Yeah, I remember like the first time I saw you was when it was just like that shit post on your meme Instagram.
What do you remember what meme it was?
It was like just it was like you. I think somebody like Ethan or something walked up to you and took a picture of you, and then like just saturated the shit out of it, and then sent it to you, and then you posted it. And I mean, I don't know. For Gwen, it's very bizarre because I have like, you know how you remember very, very like random shit from when you were younger. It's like there's no reason this should be a very like detailed memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a very detailed memory of exactly where Gwen lived in fourth grade because she was on my bus, and like about what time she'd get on the bus, like, and that you played trombone, didn't you? Or one of the bigger.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
trombone.
play
Yeah,
trombone.
yeah. Why do I know that?
Hmm.
I don't
I
know. I
remember that
I
because
have this
I just
weird.
it,
Oh, sorry.
it, it was part of like I think you were one of the last stops, so it was like I can sit and do nothing. But Gwen's getting picked up. Now I have to like get ready or something. I don't know. It was some sort of like part of
A,
my morning routine
a cue.
that triggered. It was a cue. Your stop was a cue, so I remember it very distinctly.
Hmm.
Will, I don't think I ever told you this. Like, I don't remember if you remember this, but I have like this memory that like I've always felt bad about with you from like elementary school.
Mm.
And that was
So like you remember Hannah, right?
I knew it. Yeah, I
Like,
do.
she like pressured me into saying something mean to you, and like I made you feel really bad, and I felt so bad about that. Like I've
What'd you
always felt bad about that.
What'd you say?
I don't remember exactly what it was,
Will,
but I
do you
think
know?
I I
Oh,
I
think
don't remember.
I think it was like in third grade or something or some shit
Fourth.
like that. It was fourth grade,
Fourth.
but
he remembers it, Gwen. It was that
Well,
traumatic.
I didn't live in. I didn't live up here in third grade. So
okay. So the thing is, I remember I have two memories of you. So this is like the one I actually feel bad about, and I've always wanted to tell you about this, but I've always just felt weird about it. But like I I give you crap for picking your nose. Like
I mean,
I said something to the degree of like, how's that gold digging going or something like that, and then you got offended, and
I
then I
probably
felt
did get
so
very
bad,
offended.
and I felt really bad because you had never done anything mean to me, but like Hannah like pressured me into saying that, so then I've always felt bad about that, and then I just remember you would always wear the Bucky shirt.
Yeah, that was the supermarket chain in Texas. But yeah, I don't deny that I did such things. I accept the allegation of nose picking in fourth grade.
I just have always felt bad about it because I knew it was just such like a like it doesn't matter like that was like so long ago or whatever, but like I felt so guilty about that. Like I don't know why, I just did. I think it's because I didn't mean it to like hurt you, and it's just I felt
It was
pressured
like I
to.
had to do it. Hopefully, you won't get offended, and then I went and got offended.
Well, because I was in like a weird place with friends where like I kind of felt like I don't know. I was like I always had a hard time with friends in like elementary school. So,
Yeah,
and
you've
like
told me
middle
that
school too.
much.
Like I always felt like pressured to do stuff. Like I know peer pressure is kind of fake, but to an extent, like when you're trying to fit in, and like I always had a hard time fitting in, and I still do. Like
Like,
I just accept that I don't. So like I
We
don't know.
tackled that in different ways in terms of like the I don't know. We're
I
both
think it.
not the mold of the city we live in.
Well, I think it's the gay thing, honestly. Like I think that's what's
Yeah,
really like messed because like I didn't understand it then, and like I didn't really like my parents are really accepting and everything, but like it just never came up. Like, you know what I mean?
wait,
Like
wait,
I
whoa, whoa,
never
whoa, 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 whoa. You guys are gay.
that was the intro.
What? Wait, I thought that was a joke. Wait, is this serious?
Oh my god, this bit sucks.
I'm sorry.
Continue.
Continue.
Well, like I kind of lost my train of thought. Okay, so
Gay
Ha-
parents accepting.
yeah, so like my parents are accepting and everything, but like I just never they never really like I was never exposed to it. So that's kind of why you know how people like everyone gets butthurt about like Netflix especially like putting gay people in the media. Like I feel like if I would have grown up with that, I would have like accepted myself better and like understood like what was going on. You know what I mean? Like I know it's kind of like
I
especially the Netflix stuff, it's like overboard like they're just trying to do it for diversity or
pander.
whatever. Yeah.
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 But
That makes
For
sense.
me it's different because in like when I moved I was bullied before I moved to Brookfield, and I moved to Brookfield and was bullied. And then um and so then it hit like 7th and 8th grade, and I picked up the attitude of I do not give a single shit what anyone like thinks of me. That I don't if I don't have an opinion of you, I don't really care what you think of me. I'm not going to treat you like shit. But if like if I'll do what I want, and that's how it is. I picked up this like immense amount of self-confidence through going through that whole thing because I've accepted myself. So I have a lot of self-confidence. Like nobody's going to stop me from being me. I don't give a shit. If you think you're going to stop me from being me, you're just fucking wrong, because you can't. I'm me.
Wait, Will, speaking of giving a shit,
no shit posting.
That bit
that's
sucks.
staying
That
in.
bit sucks.
That's
That
staying
bit
in.
sucks.
Chris in post editing right now. Hi, how you doing right now? It's probably like a day or two from when this was recorded. Keep that in, please.
Don't keep it in. Please don't. But What was the second memory you had of me? You said you had two.
Oh, it
What?
was just the Bucky shirt.
Ah, the Bucky strip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why that was. I don't know why the trombone was such an impressive memory. But we met again at like a couple of Fernandez parties,
Yeah.
and I would just talk to you about being gay, and
Yeah,
that
and
was
then you would
fun.
show me memes.
I mean, that's all I
With
do anyways.
Gwen, were they funny though, or would you just kind of like have to like laugh, like pretend you're interested?
I mean,
Don't hit me where it hurts.
no, it was like I thought actually there were like some that were good. Like it was like, like there were some good
Mixed
ones,
bag.
some yeah, mixed bag.
All right, I'll
Plus
take that as a
Yeah,
C plus.
that's good.
plus also like
Passing.
I didn't know you that well, so you would show me like this is gonna sound cringy, but like edgier memes, and I didn't know if I should laugh or not because I didn't know like like it's because they were edgier memes, and especially like 2017 or whatever, like that's when like those types of memes were like popular. So
Yeah,
I wasn't sure how to react because I didn't want to look like I don't know, but at the same time like that was like funny at the
they
time.
are funny. I don't know. I feel like people trying to cancel offensive comedy. It's like, granted, if you're laughing at offensive comedy because it's like, ooh, that's too true, I'm gonna laugh at it. Don't get mad at the comedians for telling the joke. Get mad at the fact that that guy can tell that joke and it's funny, because it's not like you're making a joke about like, ah, it's so funny. Yesterday I walked down the street and did something overtly anti-Semitic because we're in Germany. That doesn't work because that's not like something that's unfortunately relatable,
Yeah,
because
Mhm.
nobody does that in the modern day. But there's still racism in the modern day, which is why.
I mean, there are still extents like stand-up comedians. Like there are still extents where, like they might take it
Have,
too far. Not
yeah,
popular ones because they kind of they know
they've
like
figured it out.
yeah, they
Yeah.
know what they're doing. But like smaller ones, like they can take it overboard. But like I'm not saying there isn't a thing of like, oh, a comedian can't be racist or sexist because they say it as a joke. They can, but like
I mean, okay, my opinion of it is like, okay, this is how I always think of it, and this is how I always explain it to people. Do you guys remember that once SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob's like the comedian? He just keeps making squirrel jokes.
Yeah,
no,
I do.
Okay, well, anyway, the whole episode is he's like he only makes squirrel jokes, and then starts like to offend Sandy because she's a squirrel, and like he's taking it too far. But then like that's taking it too far. Like if you're gonna make fun of, you have to make fun of every group for it to be
Equal
equal.
opportunity hate.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
at the end he makes fun of like everyone, and then it's like
yeah,
everyone's like chill with it. Like it's like you can't only target one group because that's when it becomes an issue.
yeah.
Like
Like if we
That's when it
if we found
genuinely.
out Louis C.K. was jerking off in front of like only Asian women,
I was
it'd be an
thinking about
outrage.
that.
It'd be an
I was
outrage.
thinking about that because he said that like on air. He said it to like some Fox News contributor. He was like getting interviewed about something, and it was like she was like against masturbation, and he was ironically for masturbation. Um,
That's fucked up. That sounds so fucked up.
and so she says, and so like she's like it's wrong and against whatever, and then like Louis C.K. responds, "Oh yeah, when we're done with this interview, I'm gonna jerk off to you." And it's like,
What the
ooh,
fuck?
ages like milk, because
It doesn't
it,
age well.
it does
Like
not age well.
it's gone after a week or two. It's sour then. That's fucked up, dude.
mm-mm.
That's kind of funny though, but like
It's
that's
it's funny in the time, but in retrospect, damn.
yeah,
But that's like more shock than anything. He
yeah.
probably wasn't
He
serious.
he definitely did. He had to have. Knowing that
Well,
guy,
there had to have at least been like that cognitive connection to the fact that he did it, or that's a thing that he likes to do. Specifically, I don't know, like that's his like fetish or whatever, and that's his thing. And so the fact that he said that, like, you make jokes about stuff that are generally something in your wheelhouse you're familiar with. I'm not gonna make a joke about like diverse Central American culture because I don't know anything about Central American culture. I'm gonna make it about like being gay, being painfully white,
something that
like
you
that.
know about, can
Yes.
relate to, or it's like
And
you've
can
been
actually
around
make
it,
a joke about that.
a connection to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not like, some random Asian comedian makes some random joke about some Central American thing that like just doesn't make sense. It all has to be like kind of tied in, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's to tie into your life.
Somehow, to some degree.
yeah, or also like playing off of stereotypes is like also like a better way because like everyone knows like stereotypes are just more like exaggerations of the
Yeah.
truth. And like
Comedians using stereotypes like though of like races of people, like that's
that's like
where
touchy. That can
I
get
don't think
touchy
so.
though.
I think it can be, but like that's funny. Like, comedian
You
makes
Yeah,
can
a
that's
be
funny.
you can be more creative than using a stereotype.
but no,
Like
that's the thing though.
there's
That's
there's
like
one
the
joke in
default.
specific to
Mhm.
me that like it's a joke that involves race, but is one, not offensive, and two, incredibly funny and creative. And so I think it's it's Tom Segura, and so
Of course it is.
he's talking about like people being too loud in the movie theater, and you think he's gonna go on like the stereotype that instead he's like, so I turn around and I see a white t-shirt get up because it's like it's a black dude in a white t-shirt, so all you see is a white t-shirt.
Oh
I
my
see a
God.
white t-shirt get up. It's like that is funny, not offensive, doesn't play on the stereotype, and kind of does this like, is he gonna go for the obvious stereotype or is he gonna do something different? And he does something different, and that's why it's a funny joke. I don't know. You can do so
Yes.
much with jokes, and people tend to
Exactly.
just be like, let's just say racial slurs for like shock value. You can do so much more in comedy than shock value.
Oh yeah?
Well,
So right now we are riding like a little train, right? A little like choo-choo train, and we're hopping off. We're on a Segway, right? We're segueing to the next area.
Oh, what's in
Okay.
the box? What's in the
No,
box,
no,
Matt?
we're not in the box. No,
Oh,
there's
it's
no
a
box.
Segway.
No, no, no. We're already on it. We're
Oh,
already on the
okay.
Segway.
We're gonna get sued by Super Mega.
By who?
Oh, that's right. They don't exist.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
All right, something we just want to touch on quick. I think is kind of fucked up, but also kind of funny. But it's not funny, but like it kind of is funny. Is like it's
Get
kind of
on with
like
it.
competitive, competitive like gaming scene in general, but specifically Smash Brothers. Like literal hundreds of people have come out and have been like confirmed just to be fucking pedophiles
That's
and have had
huge.
just sexual misconduct like to eventually just be charged with. To give a
Yeah.
brief rundown for people that didn't know, Smash is short for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, which is a
Or Mega.
Nintendo fighting game, and
Or
it is played.
64.
It is played
Or
at a
Smash
competitive.
4. Or Brawl.
Shut the fuck up! It is played at a competitive level, and there's a lot of big tournaments all across the world of just like hundreds of people
Smash for
show up.
3DS.
Shut the fuck up! No one. And pretty much a lot of like the best, like a lot of top players, a lot of just people in the scene in general that compete, just diddle little kids or have some sexual misconduct thing that people are just like, what the fuck? Like the fourth best player in the world who's been in the Smash scene for probably almost around a decade, if not at least a decade. Like years ago, he had sex with a 15-year-old when he was 20, and he's fourth best in the world at that game.
Yeah, it's just, I don't
It's
know.
messed up. But there's
I mean,
hundreds. There's
There's
hundreds.
there's hundreds of funny memes. My favorite one is the GIF of like in the Inside Out movie. Like there's the anger guy or rage or whatever he's called,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a video of him like getting very angry, which is in character.
Yeah.
But and like the caption is professional Smash players when their cellmate is making a shank and then it's like in parentheses, they hate because they hate sword fighters. It's like that's bad. That's
Those are funny
bad.
though. Or like
It's
Smash
super funny, but it's like
competitive. It's like it's a
ooh.
guy in a prison cell. It's like competitive Smash players when there's a bed in their room. They
There's
don't like
even,
items. They
but
don't like items on.
but to be honest, it's been
Okay.
spreading to other communities. This like
It's like it's been
like people are getting their voices, and I'm glad the
which
people are
is
getting their
good.
voices and
That's why
speaking out.
hundreds have happened.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
a Fire Emblem YouTuber stepped down, Mang
Well,
stepped down, so there's other
I
people
mean,
that are stepping down.
let
for
ladies
most of these
speak.
people, sorry, for most of these people, like I know of it, but like I don't know like the whole like all the tea. But like when they did when they got these accusations and like did the bad deeds, like was it when they were rising to fame or when they had fame or before
Both,
everything?
both. Some of them it's while they're rising. Some it's no. Well, actually, most of them, like the really popular ones, where it's like the biggest. It's pretty much when they're rising. Like one example is like Zero. His stuff isn't as bad, but it's still like he's harassing someone that was underage, but not like a very bad way, but like still sexual misconduct.
Yeah,
I'm
it still wasn't
And
good.
that was when he was like the best in the world. He was the best in the world. I think that might have been during his streak where he won 57 tournaments, first place back to back for like Smash 4,
Yeah.
which must have been during that time where he was like the most popular person in that game competitively.
Well, like how I see it is like I think these people they feel like powerful, so they feel like they can get away with
Exactly.
it and do whatever they want.
Exactly. I was watching a video of that where yeah, they feel powerful or the fact that since they're so good, they're idolized by others, they feel more powerful or stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
like
that's right.
that's why
That's
I
true.
asked that because like I was just wondering like is it that or is it like literally like just like I don't know, just a correlation.
And a lot of these are from years ago of just people just like finally coming out.
Yeah. I think it's good that it's coming to light though, just to
Oh no, it
like
absolutely is better now than never.
yeah.
Just to have justice be done and also for safety stuff. Because there's not gonna be any Smash tournaments soon because of all the fucking retarded or
Stupid Rona.
because of all the stupid Rona shit.
Yeah.
But now, since they have a lot of time before tournaments, they can really figure out, like, okay, how do we make sure little kids and minors aren't getting diddled by the Smash competitors? Competitors, you know, they
Well,
can
not
really
only the Smash competitors, but just like any older group in like a gaming space, you know? Because it's like it's probably not just Smash, like Will brought up like it happened in Fire Emblem. Like
Well,
it's
no, that's
not
the thing
only
too. What
the
I was saying
Smash
earlier,
community.
it's not only Smash. Literally, there's things from almost every other fighting game. I can't remember. I can't remember. I remember I was watching a thing and they was talking about like Tekken, for example.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it is just anything in that whole scene because it has been like just like since like it started with like one Smash thing, more Smash players, and then that led to other competitive fighting game stuff. Pretty much just a whole just uprising. Like I said, hundreds, literal hundreds of people making allegations, which some of them might be true, some of them might be under exaggerated or over exaggerated,
Yeah.
but like hundreds of people saying. And also with that too, before I continue on that, like the number fourth best in the world, like he admitted to it. He's like, yeah, I did do that. Like all of these people, like all the top, like the four like Smash ones, it was Zero, Nairo, D1, and Kitaro.
True.
Yeah, Kitaro. They all admitted to it. They all said yes. We did do this.
I'm glad
We're
that at
fucked up.
least they did that.
They accepted it. Yeah,
At
they're
Yeah.
taking
least,
responsibility.
at least you acted like an adult in the end. You said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to own up to this and take responsibility. Because there's
Mhm.
people who don't and deny it until like the evidence becomes just insurmountable. And then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well now that I have no shot of proving myself innocent, I'm gonna scapegoat and say, well, yeah, I did it. Please forgive me.
Yeah.
So, I've heard of this new game, right? It's very low key. It's like an indie title. Persona 5 Royal. not that many people play. It's pretty
People
cool.
need to try new games and games from like different countries.
Honestly, well,
there's
to
so
an
many
extent,
good
to an
games
extent.
from.
Well,
Well, Japan makes a shit ton of good games, like smaller games. Try and step away from your classic shooter. Like I took
Yeah.
or whatever it is you go to, whether it's League of Legends, it doesn't matter. Like step out of the box because I bought Fire Emblem for myself as like a well, it's in the Smash games. There's a new
I
game
think
out. Like
I
I did not know a single goddamn thing
yeah.
about Fire Emblem, but I bought it because I was just curious. New game came out. I've seen a couple of videos on it. It seems like it's a hit. So I
Mhm.
tried it and I was like, holy shit, I love this game. And I got into Fire Emblem off of that. And like I'm sure that was similar to you with Persona. You didn't you saw it in some form of media. You didn't really know what the game was about, and then you
Yeah.
played it and you're like, okay, this is awesome. Like
Yes,
people just need to give more
exactly.
games a try.
But that's the
You
thing,
never know
though.
what
For
you like.
those specifically, the JRPGs, both kind of similar, not style, but similar like format of like there's a combat game mechanic, and there's like a story progression, which Persona 5 is very prevalent of, and uh, fucking not Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem, but Fire Emblem it's heavily based on.
It's more combat than it
It's
is
more the
story.
combat gameplay than the story compared to all the
Mhm.
Persona titles. But
Pers-
also, it's just JRPGs in specific. Like I've only probably played a handful since Persona 5, but like it's a fun genre that I'm glad I got into now. It's single player as well, but
well, what are you? This is like kind of random, but it's like stemming off like a single player. Like I feel like I like okay, so I like Smash as a multiplayer game, but like I prefer single player games. Like I don't know why. Like how do you guys feel about that? Like do you
it
guys
all
like
depends.
multiplayer or?
For me, a single player game is like I don't know. When it comes to a single player games, usually I never take a chance and buy a single player game. Fire
Hmm.
Emblem being the big exception, apparently. Um, but like I don't want to play a game. I can take this at my own pace. I can relax. I don't have to talk to anyone. It is like the pure. I am like in pure relax mode, and I don't want
Exactly.
to do anything other than just get lost in the game and
Because
get
that's
Yeah,
kind of
immersed
how
into
I
that
feel.
story.
Like, cause like for me, it's like like this sounds kind of dumb. Cause I know you guys are a lot more competitive, like gaming wise. Like I'm like sports wise, I'm super competitive, but
I'm
like
not.
with like games, like I
While you're out playing with your stupid ball, me and Will are
kind
gaming.
of like
Yeah.
like the thing is, it's just like I don't know. For games, it's just like I just want to chill and do things by myself. Like I like playing like Smash with friends or whatever. Like,
Hmm.
but like for me, it's like games are more of like an escape, and I just want to do it by myself and not have to worry about being good because I suck at
Yeah,
shooters, especially.
You have to play them to get good at them, but you
That's
don't
the
that's the
enjoy
thing
thing.
too.
playing them.
I just don't have
Like,
the time for that.
fair. Fair enough.
But with you saying with the escape though, and also adding to what Will was saying, like I'll just use Persona as an example. Like when I'm playing Persona, I'm not. If I really want to take in the game, I'm not in a party or talking to anyone else. I'm just literally sitting in a room by myself playing
Hmm.
it. But like a lot of the other, like almost every other game I play is multiplayer
Yeah.
Mhm.
because obviously, like Smite for example, it's a MOBA. It's very like complicated, a lot of stuff going on. You got to be kind of paying attention to.
Think.
But once you're thinking. But since you're playing with another person, it's fun because you're experiencing that with someone else. And obviously,
Crack
like for Smite,
jokes.
yeah, once I'm at a certain level, though, it's not like super try hard thinking. I'm just kind of doing it subconsciously.
Well,
But
that's
like,
Mhm.
just games in general. When you get very
yeah,
good at them,
hmm
it's like I I don't know. Team Fortress 2. It's in a bad spot. It's been in a bad spot since the source code got leaked.
it's been in a
It's
bad
just full
spot
of
for like
hackers.
11 years now.
Call it 6. Call it 6. Um,
Okay,
but it's just like I don't have to think. My brain is off. Like I don't remember what I'm doing when I'm playing the game. I'm just kind of sitting there pointing and clicking. I'm not thinking about if the spy's over here, and then I'm just like, point, shoot, click.
You're just like, yes.
I've played the game so much that
It's just subconscious.
you go on autopilot.
Yeah.
It's like driving to work, except you've worked at the same place for 20 years, and it's like, I know exactly where I'm turning. I know exactly what's going to happen on my ride to work. It's the exact same thing. I know exactly what's going to happen on this casual server of Upward. I know exactly what's going to happen in this Conquest match. I know exactly what's going to happen on this game of, like, Fringe and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's the same thing.
And adding just, like, another example, like GTA, like me, Gianna, and Jalen, we'd play, like, GTA for hours and hours all night until, like, 5 in the morning. A lot of the stuff for, like, the farming in that game, it is very just, like, strategic of, like, oh, we got to do this, 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 and that, trying this, blah, blah, blah. It's, like, practically doing a job. It's not fun, but, like, it's fun because you're doing it with other people.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I'm going through this shitty grind for fake in-game currency with, like, other people doing the same thing.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's just, like, again, for me, like, I like hanging out with friends and playing games with friends, but it's just, like, if I'm playing a game, it's usually because I just need to relax, you know? Like,
True.
that's how I always see it. Like, if I'm, like, having a rough day, like, I just, like like, my go-to is, you know how you can, like, download the shitty arcade games on the Xbox? Like, the old ones? Oh, yeah,
No.
your PS. PlayStation
We're
people.
PS4 people.
I'm a normal human. I'm a normal American boy.
Okay, well, anyways, like, there's, like, this thing called, I think it's called, like, Xbox Arcade or something like that, and you can, like, download old arcade games, and I'll just, like, put Frogger on and just, like, mindlessly play Frogger for, like, 20 minutes. I feel so much better. It's just stupid. It's, like, such a dumb game,
That's
but...
what I do with music. Like, you put on headphones, you put them on way too loud, you close the door to your bedroom, and you dance like a dumbass. And
That's
then
weird.
you feel
That's
better.
weird. That's weird. You're weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I'm
weird.
kidding.
But I don't know. That's like the perfect remedy for I feel like shit is just turn on some music and then like pretend you're something else or just dance or do some shit like that.
I'm yeah.
Revitalizing. It's a different experience, but a better experience than that is like having one of the shower handles that you can pull out of the thing and like move you. That's like the best thing in the world. If you have not done that in your life, oh my god, you're missing out. Like,
I don't think I've ever done that, to be honest.
Oh, that
What the
sucks
hell?
for you.
Yeah,
like
it sucks.
they're at some hotels, but like the shower it's like the office shower. It has a second shower head.
Yeah.
And I just sometimes I just take a shower in that room just because it has that second shower head because it is life-changing. It feels amazing. It's just like you're surrounded with warm and it's so good. I can't get over it. I can't. You gotta try it, Chad.
Yes.
Yes. Why do they call it an oven when you in the cold food? Out hot, eat the food.
Shut up.
No shit posting.
No shit posting. No shit post humor.
I broke the rule. I'm sorry, but that post is very close to my heart.
Question about this game that I've been interested in, and I didn't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's like a Steam game.
Okay.
It's called Virgo versus the Zodiac.
I haven't heard of that one. Let me let me search that up.
It gives me Undertale vibes.
Oh, speaking of Undertale,
we needed to play We didn't finish playing Undertale. Undertale's a great game. I just wish the fan base wasn't poo-poo.
I'm gonna download. I want to get Undertale because like now I have my computer, so I can like have it.
After watching like a Let's Player play through like all the different 3 like types of to play like a passive, neutral, or like
it kind of defeats the purpose of playing it.
Yeah, it's so like original and different of how it goes about stuff. Like people, people say it's cringe, but that's mainly because of the community and the type of people around it.
Yeah, the community.
The game
Like,
itself is
It's
not
cool.
cringe. It's a
It's good.
cool game. I've always been curious at where people draw the inspiration to create such pieces of art and like these things, and like they create. It also comes. I think about that when they like write stories
Well,
for like a video game or something,
I
where it's
mean,
like so in depth and complex, and you had to come up and account for each and every part of that plot, and you came up with all of it.
Hmm.
my philosophy is like, nothing really is like original. It's all like pieces of other people's ideas
Yeah.
like mixed together to make something new. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like
Which
that's
no,
how I always
it's
see art, as like, I don't know, this sounds stupid, but like as like an artist or whatever. Like I'm always like looking at other people's art. Like that's why I really like anime. Like that's why, like, when you, like, I've come to like anime. Like part of watching anime for me is like looking at the art and like drawing inspiration from how they drew the different scenes and like the color and everything like that to put into my
weebs.
art and design.
Weebs,
They can
get the
draw. I'll
fuck
give it
out.
that much.
I
What's the
mean,
game called?
it's called Virgo versus the Zodiac. So
Oh, no, or sorry.
it it looks like it's like Undertale like vibes, but also it kind of reminds me of Pokemon. Like I was looking at the
Yeah.
gameplay a bit, and it
Dethrone
kind
the
of has like,
Zodiacs, revive the Golden Age, and purge the heretics that swarm the galaxy as Virgo, the Queen of Purity, in this unforgiving timed actions turn-based JRPG.
like it looks pretty cool. Like I like the art
Yeah,
style too.
it's like it is like 8-bitty. Yeah,
I don't know if I can buy this though on my Mac.
let me see.
Also, back to your saying about like the like looking at like anime for like just drawing inspiration or just looking, just like taking it in as like an art instead of just like a piece of entertainment. A lot of
Yeah,
like specifically like Studio Ghibli. I
yeah,
can't
Ghibli.
remember. I don't think it's Ghibli that makes this other. I'm forgetting the movie. It's called Up on Poppy Hill. It might be the same, but it's a similar art style like that, or any like old classic one from like the '90s, like Cowboy Bebop or Evangelion.
Yeah,
What makes Evangelion so good is like that it's such a old. It's not rugged, but it's the art style. Like a lot
well,
of the
yeah, cause
modern.
I was gonna say, is like, was Evangelion all hand drawn, or was any of it filled in with like computer?
It had to have been at that point. Uh, like using computers, but that's the thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the process of it now, of like what's hand drawn and not, or what's digitally drawn and what's just machine, like just rendered up, and like how that's progressed or like how it would regress like backwards.
Well, they
Like I
render a lot more now. Like I was actually looking at this the other day, weirdly enough. Like I don't know about the 90s, but now for most like animes or just animation in general, they only draw like every like 10 or 20 scenes or something, and then the computer renders the rest or
But
something
yeah,
like that. I
exactly.
don't
Like
know if that's
I don't know
correct,
that.
but it's
I wouldn't
something
know that.
like that. Like it's like they don't really draw much anymore.
They don't
So
need to
like
draw frame by
like
frame. They
frame
don't
by
need to hand draw
frame,
every
like
frame.
Warner
They
Bros. Like,
yeah. But
Claymation has always been very interesting.
that seems like so daunting. Like
It
people
seems, yeah.
who make
I
like
would
the
never
kids
do it
movies.
myself. Corpse
did
Bride
you?
is such a good movie.
Corpse
Yeah,
Bride.
yeah, Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton's Corpse Bride, 2005.
Let me
Speak.
look it up. This sounds
But
familiar.
to answer your question about Virgo versus the Zodiac, it's Windows only. But you can, from what I've
Damn.
been looking it up, you can get like boot camp or bootstrapper or
Oh,
something.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, does that work? Or have you tried
Yeah,
getting it?
so there's a thing
And if so, can you please help me? Because I have a MacBook now.
you can dual boot your Mac so that you can like have both systems running. It's just kind of like, it's not the
Shit.
best. It's kind of shit, and like, you know, like, I don't know. It's just like my dad knows how to do it. He could do it for you if you really wanted it to be dual booted.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's not the same, as like a Windows
Just
computer.
yeah, which is why I'm gonna hold on to this hunk of shit that is my personal computer, my Asus AMD A10.
I mean, the thing is like I still have that old Windows, like that Lenovo. I just gave it to Corbin. So if I really wanted to, I could download it on there and fight for him to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing that sucks about having a Mac is like the game situation
Gaming
kind of,
doesn't exist.
yeah.
What do you mean, lol? Just invest $3,000 in an Alienware laptop, lol.
Oh, I
I
can
can't
get
believe
Yakuza
Conan
on here.
Say Deface is your least favorite song from the Kringbin album.
I don't like it. I just don't.
I don't get it. It's such a good song.
I don't know. It's just not my song.
Okay. We ain't talking about Krangbin. It's about time we wrap this up. Wrap this puppy up. Put the delivering label on him and send him to Taiwan.
Taiwan.
But hopefully we don't forget to poke air holes and give it food and water so it doesn't die on the flight over.
With an 8-inch kitchen knife.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Like while it's in the box,
Yeah.
specifically. Yeah, the like 2-week-old puppy or some shit. Yeah.
Have like put a juice box in there. See if it's the juice box or the puppy that you stabbed.
Yeah, we'll see. Because unless the puppy has like grape flavored blood, it's purple.
Yeah. Just taste it.
So yeah, thank you all. If you made it this far, thanks. Probably a lot of you probably just clicked off after the first 5 seconds.
I sure hope
But,
so.
Yeah. For final plugs, you can find me, Chris Rayner, at Rainwa_4 on Instagram.
Yeah, please follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, follow Chris on Instagram.
No, you guys
That's my
your
plug.
plugs. No, you.
I don't need random people following my man, but
Okay,
they can probably find it pretty quickly anyhow.
Okay, Gwen, do you want to plug anything?
Chris's Instagram.
Do you want to plug your OnlyFans or anything?
I don't have an OnlyFans. Don't paint me like that.
Okay, never mind. Do not look up Gwen Eustason on OnlyFans. Please do not look that up.
Please.
And definitely don't donate $5 to subscribe to it. Whatever you do.
Definitely don't find my PayPal and give me $2,000. Please don't.
But this was episode 4 of the Lunchpail Kids Lunch Hour.
Bye.
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 Is this just multiple takes?
No, I'm gonna leave it. Let me get the box.
Bye.